We are here, babe.
Yes.
The story that everyone wants to know, the Bienica fam has been waiting for a birth story.
This is the birth story.
About 2 months later.
Perfect timing.
Perfect.
Yeah. I think this is the vibe. I mean,
In bed, because obviously it's where the birth story starts.
no.
It is. Queen Tiff gave birth.
So,
That is what happened. Hey?
of course.
Everyone in the one Instagram video thought I gave birth.
Oh, that was bad. The internet is weird. But
Strange.
we thought let us sit down with the Bienica fam in a more comfortable and cozy environment. Tell us if you like the setup.
I love it. I mean, this is amazing, guys. I think this should become a regular occurrence.
I think so too. So we're just going to literally chill together and chat about what happened when Princess Bienica came into the world.
I think to start this conversation,
Yes.
we have to start at the point where the weekend of giving birth,
The weekend.
the weekend preparation for induction.
Leading up to Princess Bienica's birth, we have our amazing gynecologist who we go and see.
Dr. McGann.
Dr. McGann. She is like the best in the business. I'm so glad that we chose her. I think it was probably 2 months before, or like even a month before Princess Bienica was going to arrive, we were told that the cord was wrapped around Princess Bienica. She's just repositioning herself. It's like she knows when we're recording.
Do you want to say something, baby?
We had a scan and we were told that the cord was around Princess Bienica's neck,
Which was quite scary.
which was quite scary. We went in for our first, like, you know, when they measure baby girl's heart rate, they measure your heart rate.
I think it's called a CTG.
She was fine. The pressure in the cord was fine, but it was something that was always in the back of my mind. In one of my appointments, I chatted with Dr. McGann. I want to just kind of go with the flow. I don't really want to book anything yet because I want to see what's going to happen.
You took the whole pregnancy kind of like one
day
step
at a
at a time, and you didn't have like a preconceived plan going into
Yes,
it.
I had no plan, and I also didn't have any preferences. I personally don't believe that there's like a right way to give birth.
No.
Both Charlton and I were like, the outcome that we want is a healthy mom and a healthy baby.
Yeah, I
That's
said
just all we want.
my first priority is healthy mom because I married the queen. Second priority is healthy baby. How baby comes, I'm not really too phased.
We had a test for something or the other, and I was advised, I'm not going to go specifically into detail, but I was advised that we should have an induction. And I did not
Scary.
want an induction.
Very scary.
Okay.
Was actually medically required for you if you wanted to have medical
Yes.
natural birth, that you need an induction. So it's not like
Yes.
the doctor
The
told
doctor
you.
didn't push it on me or anything like that. It was a medical requirement. You have to make sure that you're in the hospital when you go into labor if you want to give natural birth. The day that I was meant to go in for the induction, I did not go into labor by myself. So
we drove to the
so
hospital.
we packed our bags, we drove to the hospital, we got there.
We were hoping that we were going to induce labor ourselves
Yeah, it
before
didn't
you go
work.
in.
Yeah. I stretched.
We tried.
I drank all the teas and stuff. It didn't work.
We tried
Like,
everything.
We get to the hospital. I meet the nurses, very nice nurses. They were about to start with the induction, and something in me was just like, I cannot go through with this. I don't know what it was. Call it like your mom intuition or whatever it was. I just could not go through with the induction. I was like, I don't want to do this. There's something in me that is not going to allow me to do this. I'm not comfortable with it. I don't feel right with it. So they contacted my doctor, and she was like, okay, I'm going to come in and see you in the morning. Saw her in the morning, chatted to her, and I was like, you know what? I trust your judgment. What do you think? And she actually just said to me, whatever you want to do. Like, if you really want to like go through with doing it naturally, you can do that. But if you want to schedule it, you can do that. And it was at that moment when I was like, I just want to schedule a C-section.
I'm just going to say, like, my experience leading up to that, because I want the Bienica fam to know, I was in that room
Yes.
the whole night,
Yes.
slept on the floor
You
to the
were,
morning.
You were.
So at that point, I was just like, oh my goodness, because you understand, this is my queen. I want her to live the soft life. And I'm thinking, if she goes for the induction, you're going to go
You could
through
potentially
hard
be in pain for
manual, like you're going to go through labor. So I'm sitting there.
which is like what women go through.
It's crazy. It's crazy that women actually endure that.
Yes.
The whole time I was just like, you know what? Whatever Queen Tiff decides, I'm just gonna like stick by her side and just be there for her, like either way.
In my heart at that moment, I had found peace in scheduling the C-section, and they were able to get me into theatre at 12 o'clock. They basically just said to me, well, now you can get ready. So if you've seen a video of me putting my makeup on before giving birth, it's because I was told that I can get ready
Which I think is
by
really
my doctor.
cool.
She was like, take a shower, do your hair, do your makeup. I was like, okay, lekker.
Queen Tiff even had her nails done.
Yeah,
for
my nails were
the
done.
delivery.
My toenails weren't done. I'll let you know that. On the monitor, they were picking up slight contractions, but it wasn't like I went into full-blown labor or anything. So
You
I
were
was,
in the start of it, I think.
yeah, I was in the start of it. The nice thing about my experience was every single person in the delivery room was a woman. Personally, always wanted like a female gynecologist and person that understands like the female body and like what we go through. I was just like at peace the whole time. I had the most amazing anesthesiologist. You had to go and get ready, like scrubbed
I had
up
to
and
put
stuff.
like an outfit on to
Yes.
go into theatre, and I actually really enjoyed that.
Yes.
Because everything was like so planned.
Yeah.
So it wasn't an emergency C-section, and that's the
Yeah.
thing I really liked, because Queen Tiff also said the last thing she wants is an emergency C-section. I think
Yes.
the nice thing about a planned C-section is like you know when it's going to happen. So I got to get ready, got to go in the room. I actually got to film the whole thing. Like I have the whole thing on video, like baby coming out, which was so cool because leading up to it, I really asked the doctor, like, I really want to film this and capture the moment, not necessarily to share, but just, you know, to have for ourselves, because it is such a special moment.
They did the spinal tap without Shelton in the room, and I felt nothing.
You
Like
didn't feel a thing.
I felt absolutely nothing. The only thing that was hard is like standing still because you have like a tummy, like a big tummy because there's a baby in there.
Fine.
Nurses help you. So encouraging. They were so lovely, so helpful. One of the nurses followed us on social media. Personally, I'm like, I think the Lord just knew that I would have enjoyed that more. Like
It was
I
a very
enjoyed that
enjoyed-
experience a lot. Shelton came into the room, couldn't feel anything. Some people say like once they have the spinal, they couldn't move their legs or it felt like scary to them. It didn't feel scary to me at all. Like the whole room was just
There was
like,
even music
excited.
playing
There
in the
was music
background.
playing. Shelton was right there with me. The anesthesiologist was so nice to me, like encouraging me the whole time. And then they started with the operation. And I think she was out within
9 minutes. I
9
have it
minutes.
all on video, literally from start to out on the bed.
Yeah.
9 minutes. And like what was crazy for me is like I stood on Tiff's left hand side, and the anesthesiologist kept saying to me, look. And
Oh,
everyone
yeah.
that I've spoken to was like, bro, do not look because you'll faint. And she's like, no, you must look.
Yeah, she was
So-
like, it's a beautiful
So
experience.
I looked, and then you obviously see your wife open, and I
Do
see.
you remember that?
I saw the fluid, the what do you call it?
Oh, the water.
The water that is, what do you call that? Actually, the
The
water.
amniotic fluid.
I literally saw when they burst the thing, the amniotic fluid like spurt out, which is like literally crystal clear. We should have collected some of that and kept it, because that was the cleanest water I've ever seen in my whole life. And then I looked and I felt like I was going to faint. I literally felt like I was going to faint. And then all I said to myself was like, no, Shelton, you cannot faint because your queen is lying down here. So then I
Good on
kept
you,
looking
you
at
didn't
your
faint.
face and I was like, I'm not fainting. And then the moment our little princess' head popped out. When our princess came out, the first thing I saw was like, yo, there's a lot of hair on this baby.
Yeah, she was born with a lot of
Like
hair.
a lot. So maybe that's why you had the heartburn.
You guys, in the last trimester, I lived on Gaviscon. Maybe the whole heartburn thing is real. I don't know. Let us know in the comments if you've had a baby with hair and experienced heartburn. She came out and the first thing I heard Shelton saying is, she has hair, babe. I don't know. Maybe
And
we can play some of the video.
I kept saying, thank you, Jesus. Thank
Oh,
you,
yeah, that's
Jesus.
the first thing you
because
said.
I was so like, that moment, it was such an unreal moment. I don't
It's
actually
so
have
unreal.
words to like describe it, to be honest. But it was just unreal the moment you realize like, I'm actually a father. Because for a husband, it isn't like real when your wife is pregnant. Well, for me, it's because it's like, there's a baby in there, but you can't see it. So when the baby comes out, you're like, oh my goodness. And what was really special is I actually have it on video, the breath of life.
Yeah.
Like her taking her first breath.
And her cute little cry.
That was so cute.
I heard her cry. When I started hearing that, I just started like crying because
the doctor actually lifted the baby.
And I could see her.
Yeah. Oh, that was so cute.
Yeah.
And then after that moment.
Oh, wait. I do want to add.
Add it, girl.
When she pulled Princess out, the cord was wrapped around her neck.
Yeah, I actually saw them unwrap it. I think it
Yes.
was twice around the neck.
And they did say, we probably would have just had to go into an emergency C-section. And I'm so glad, and this is why I tell everyone, like, I wouldn't tell someone go and schedule a C-section or only do a natural birth. Like, I always tell people, like, what do you feel most comfortable with? Because don't listen to other people. Take and listen to other people, but then also go off of, like, how you feel. Because to me, if you know what you want, stick on that. Because a doctor can't tell you what you want. And yeah, I wouldn't feel like, I know there's some people that feel bad when they schedule a C-section. Like, I didn't feel bad at all. The whole experience, as you guys can hear, was just godsend. So at peace. Shelton was so at peace. Princess came out healthy.
He was born at 2.9 something kgs, which is a little baby, but she also comes from a little mommy.
Yeah.
So just before our doctor pulled the baby out, our little princess, she actually looked at me and she was like, Shelton, is the camera ready? Because when I pull her out, I can't put her back in. So I really love that, because that just tells you the whole atmosphere of the room. It was really nice. And then after baby came out, they took Princess towards the pediatrician. She was also in the room, and they cleaned baby up, and I got to watch it. I literally recorded the whole thing, which was so special. And that was the moment that I actually got to cut our little princess umbilical cord.
How did that feel?
It was like scary, and not scary, but it's like I didn't know if she could feel it. So it's like you have the scissor, and the umbilical cord is like a white tube type of thing. And it's not easy to cut. It's not like,
really.
It's like you gotta cut that thing proper.
Really?
Yeah. So then I cut the umbilical cord, and they put like this little clamp around it. I still have it. It's actually next to the bed because the umbilical cord is off by now. And that was just for me such a special moment. Like, I was just so happy that I got to do that and be involved in the process. I really enjoyed it so much.
I saw her, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is my child.
She's beautiful.
But immediately I loved her so much. They've cleaned her up, and you've cut the umbilical cord. They wrap her up, and then they bring her close to my face. And it's the first time I got to kiss her little face. And
she was crying, and then when you kissed her, she actually stopped.
Yeah, it's like they immediately know who their mother is. It's like a scary thing for a first-time person having a C-section. And you can feel them pulling and pushing and stuff, because the moment baby comes out, they like almost push on your diaphragm. And it's not sore. It's just like a weird sensation. It's kind of like scary, because you also don't know what's going on down there, and you've never had it before, but you can't feel anything. You just feel the like tugging and stuff. I asked the pediatrician, I was like, is everything okay? She's like, she's so healthy, she's so perfect. And then Shelton and baby girl left.
Yeah, so then we go to like the nursery area within the baby ward, where they like put them in. So the first thing they do is actually they weigh them, they clean them up, they put her in the incubator to make sure she was like nice and warm. And then something that I really enjoyed is I got to do skin to skin with baby. So I was the
first person that held her.
Person that did skin to skin, and that to me was so nice, because I took my shirt off, and she, like you can imagine, 2.9 kgs, it's so like a little baby. She was very small, sitting on my chest, and she wasn't crying. She was just like relaxing, all nice and warm, which was so special for me to do.
I thought that was so special as well, because I'm like, Shelton is such a good husband and such a good dad, and I think that it's so nice that she got to bond with you. Like, I personally believe that she already has like such a good bond with Shelton, like from the first time. I think because number one, we blessed enough to spend a lot of time with her, but like, she definitely knows who her dad is.
She looks at me and smiles at me in the day.
She knows who you are. Because like, I think they get to just bond with their dad And I thought that was so special as well. And I think it's nice for the husband to like have that skin to skin time. And while that's busy happening, I'm just busy being sewed up again. As I said, I had a really nice anesthesiologist. Of course, Dr. Megan is busy doing her thing, so she's not like conversing with me. My best advice to anyone deciding to give birth would be to explore both options. Like explore the natural route, ask your doctor exactly what will happen, or like your doula or whoever it is, and then also chat to people who do C-sections and like chat to the doctor. It's the process that will happen if it goes into an emergency or whatever it is. I think it's just nice to know. And they sewed me back up, but when I was lying there, I was like, I feel so alone, because for 9 months I've been with Princess Benica inside of me, and like I know some people don't know when they are pregnant. I knew from the moment that she was conceived that I was pregnant, because I don't know what it was. I just felt a difference. Like I just felt like I wasn't alone. Like even the time when I took the pregnancy test, I remember thinking like, I just can feel a different soul in my body. It sounds really weird, but like I just picked up
There was
that
someone
she was there.
there.
Yeah. And then when I was by myself, I was like, this is the first time in 9 months that I've literally been completely alone, because after they've done the surgery, they move you into like a little different like ward, almost testing your vitals to make sure that you're waking up fine, the anesthesia is going away and stuff. Then they wheel you out from there to your hospital room. We were privileged enough to get a private hospital room, which was really nice.
What actually happened?
Yeah.
They said to me, I said to them, can you please tell me when my wife is ready? Because I need to go and see if the queen is okay. So they were like, your wife is ready, but you can finish up. So I'm like, no, you can put baby back in there in the little warm incubator. I need to go and check on my wife. Then I go to you, I see you, and there you are, me and you, just me and you. The first time it was just me and you in 9 months.
Yo, with our baby.
And then there they bring the little princess in a little push trolley thing. Oh, she was so
with
cute.
a little pink blanket.
That was so cute.
And then I got to meet her. We did skin to skin, did some breastfeeding. We were very blessed with Princess Benica. She's like really good at latching and everything. So like from the start, she was really good at breastfeeding, and it's one of her favorite sports. Let me just put it that way.
As you can see in the video, like when I see her and see you, it's like, I don't think there could ever be a normal day when I look at you or when I look at her, because it's just like, it's amazing.
It's such a
Becoming
privilege.
a father for me, it's been like, so awesome.
Yeah, and I will say it's like, I think why we also felt ready is because we've been together for like 15 years this year. So like, that's more than half our life at this point. And
It's
I
like
think
our
just
gift.
adding a little person into it didn't feel like a burden. Like there's been hard days, but it wasn't like a burden.
No, I think there's been very hard days.
Yeah.
Because it's not easy to raise a child.
What do I add?
You don't need to add anything else. That was just a perfect experience.
For me,
Yeah.
it was perfect. Like it was everything that I wanted. My husband was calm. I was calm. My princess was born.
I
so
literally
super
got to
healthy.
spend, I would say, 3-4 days with you and our newborn
And the hospital
baby.
food was amazing.
Yo,
And
I
the
even ate some of
nurses
them.
were amazing. Yeah, Shelton even had some of them.
Got to learn how to change babies' nappies. Got to learn how to bath the
Yeah,
baby.
that's something I would say. If
I
you have
took-
a husband, tell him to go and watch everything.
Yeah, while we were in hospital after baby arrived, I literally used that time to ask the nurses, hey, how do you change a nappy? Because you need to learn how to change a nappy. You need to learn how to bath the baby. Because, like, that's quite a daunting task when you have such a small human. Like,
Yeah, and I will say this, it was nice that you took initiative, because although I say I didn't feel a lot of pain, I didn't feel a lot of pain. Didn't mean that I was like not feeling some pain. So it was nice that like when we got back from the hospital, when I was recovering for those like, I think it was the like 6 weeks, Shelton changed majority of the nappies during that time. Like, I think almost all of them. I think I only had to change like 1 or 2.
it's a privilege to be able to do that. You know, it is my child as well. And like as a husband, you do play a role. You mustn't just like brush it off for your wife to do everything. Like get involved, change the nappies, bath the baby, know how to feed a bottle, know how to clean the bottles, know how to store the breast milk, because it's not a one man show.
If you are with a woman who's given birth as well, like your hormones after giving birth is like crazy. Like one day they're up, one day they're down. I had days where I cried and stuff, but it's like you have to have a good support system around you. So as a husband, you need to step up and take the role of like helping, and you did that so well. So I
Thank
just
you.
want to say
I
thank
try
you.
my best.
And it was so helpful as well, because obviously getting up, I don't remember it as much now, but like getting up after you have a C-section out of bed when you're at home is like, it's really difficult. So having someone to help you change nappies and do that really, really just helps the whole process, because you aren't on your own.
So, Bianca fam, if you enjoyed that birth story and have any questions, drop them in the comment section below, because there's so much that we can share.
And we're an open book in terms of some things.
But drop them in the comment section below, and thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of our internet family. We love you and we appreciate you guys so much. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for the next YouTube video.
Also, let us know if you like this setup and if you watched the whole thing. If you watched the whole video, put some pink hearts in the description
Pink
below.
hearts.
We appreciate you for watching the whole thing.
And we enjoy making these type of videos.
Yeah, it's like a small mini podcast.
I think we're gonna go with it.
I think we should. We should keep the bed set up and just chill here.
I like it. And our little, what is this? This is so
Chopsticks
funny.
marks. Okay.
See you guys in the next video.
We love you. Bye.
Deuces.